Follow me, Vestige, and learn of the events that precipitated our current crisis. My part in the story began when I awoke on the steps of the Abbey of the Moth Priests, with no memory of my prior life. The Moth Priests took pity upon me and brought me into their fold. I was weak and near death. It was there I first set eyes upon the Elder Scrolls and devoted my life to their study. The scrolls allowed me to glimpse the very fabric of reality, but each profound insight dimmed my vision and eventually left me permanently blinded to the light of the world. I only know that you are important, Vestige. The scrolls reveal to me that your destiny is intertwined with that of the Five Companions. The Five Companions were a band of adventurers who sought out an ancient artifact called the Amulet of Kings. They hoped to use this artifact to persuade Akatosh, the dragon god, to accept their leader as one of the Dragonborn. The Dragonborn are mortals destined for greatness, with the blood of the dragons in their veins. It is said that only a true Dragonborn could ignite the eternal dragon fires in the Imperial City. Baron Aquilarius, the son of a Colovian duke, who led a rebellion against the Emperor Leovic and took the crown himself. Alas, Baron was not truly a Dragonborn, as those who sit upon the ruby throne must be, in accordance with tradition. You have already heard enough babbling from this old blind fool. It is time you met the Five Companions yourself and witnessed their fate. The first companion, Lyris Titanborn, daughter of giants, was the mightiest warrior in the service of the Emperor. Next, Abner Tharn, a powerful sorcerer and Grand Chancellor to the Imperial Elder Council. The Red Guard Swordmaster, Sai Sahan, leader of the Imperial Dragon Guard. The Imperial Emperor, Baron Aquilarius, who attempted to light the dragon fires and failed. And finally, Manamako, the traitor, the King of Worms, a powerful necromancer, and your executioner. These were the Five Companions who set out from the Imperial City on an epic quest to recover the lost Amulet of Kings. Many Marco convinced Varen that the amulet could be used to perform a ritual that would rekindle the dragon fires. He claimed this would please Akatosh and entice him to adopt Varen as one of the Dragonborn. By tradition, only the Dragonborn can lay claim to the Ruby Throne and rule as the one true Emperor by divine right. Varen conquered Cyrodiil and took the throne, but unless he became Dragonborn, he feared he'd always be thought of as a pretender. Each of the Five Companions were chosen for their skill and courage, and each was given a special role to perform in the party. Who would you like to know more about? You've already met Lyris. She's a Nord warrior from the frozen lands of Skyrim to the north, and it is said that her family lineage contains the blood of giants. Varen chose her for her strength and her loyalty to be his personal bodyguard. Sai Sahan came from a long line of Red Guard Swordmaster nobles. He was the leader of the Dragon Guard, the security detail of Varen and the Elder Council. While Lyris was Varen's bodyguard, Sai was charged with protecting the entire group. The Therns are one of the most influential families in Cyrodiil. Abner, their patriarch, is the leader of the Elder Council, a powerful battle mage and a shrewd politician. With his council, Varen was able to seize the Imperial throne years before. Manamako, the traitor, the great enemy, the most powerful necromancer this world has ever known. His worm cult infiltrates and corrupts every corner of Tamriel. It was he who convinced Varen to perform the ritual you are about to witness. Disaster, war, and pestilence. A world brought to its knees. Now watch and see how one man's arrogance brought about the greatest threat our world has ever known.
There it is. The Dragonfire Brazier. Manimarco, you certain this will work?
It will work, my liege. The Amulet of Kings will rekindle the dragon fires and ensure your rightful place as Emperor. You have my word.
It better work, Manimarco, or you'll find your neck at the business end of my axe.
My lord, I wonder if you'd muzzle your half-giant pet. She really is annoying.
Enough, both of you. We are here to ensure my lord's rightful claim to the Ruby Throne.
Abner, begin the ritual. I have a destiny to fulfill. By the lighting of the dragon fires, I claim my rightful lineage. By the fires of creation, let me be reborn. By the will of Akatosh, I proclaim myself Dragonborn.
Baron Aquilarius, you are no heir to Elysia. You will pay for your sacrilege. The veil between Tamriel and Oblivion tears and splits asunder.
What's happening? The sky's opening up. This is bad. This is very bad. Ah!
This isn't supposed to happen. What's the meaning of this? Manimarco, what have you done?
Gullible fools! The veil between Oblivion and this world has been torn. My master, Molag Bal, is free to claim Tamriel for his own.
Akatosh, forgive me! Have mercy on our souls!
The ritual tore the veil between Nan and Oblivion, allowing Manimarco to begin stealing the souls his master needed to power the dark anchors and initiate the plane meld. Akatosh gave Elysia the Amulet of Kings as a symbol of his covenant with Nan. So long as the amulet remained in the care of Elysia's heirs and the dragon fires remained lit, Tamriel would be protected from the Daedra. Manimarco tricked Varen into breaking the covenant, and the veil between Oblivion and Nan was torn. The Elder Scrolls named this event the Soul Burst. It gave Molag Bal the opportunity to disconnect the souls of Nan from their hosts. Varen was lost. In the chaos of the moment, Sai Sahan took the Amulet of Kings and fled. Leris was captured by Manimarco and delivered to Cold Harbor, the realm of Molag Bal. Tharn remains Chancellor of the Elder Council, and his daughter Clivio rules as Empress Regent, but the true power remains in the hands of Manimarco and his worm cult. When I discovered the truth about the 5 companions, I made subtle inquiries, but apparently not subtle enough. Manimarco got word of my interests and abducted me. He took me to Cold Harbor, where I remained a prisoner until you freed me. The truth is always a threat to evil men. Manimarco feared I would reveal his treachery, and if knowledge of Nan's vulnerability were to become known, it could threaten his master's schemes. Molag Bal does not favor loose ends. Walk with me. Long ago it was written, so long as the Amulet of Kings was borne by Elysia's heirs, Tamriel would be protected from the forces of Oblivion. But the Soul Burst tore the veil between worlds and gave Molag Bal the opportunity he desired. Molag Bal's dark anchors pierced the torn veil and seemed to draw near into the depths of Cold Harbor. His If the Lord of Brutality and Domination is successful, he will merge our world and his own in a terrible plain melt. Few will survive the ordeal, and those that do will be enslaved for all eternity. So it falls to us, Vistage. We must stop Molag Bal and his dark anchors, or our world is doomed. And now history seems to have caught up with us. Shall we return to the harborage? As you say. And so it begins. The remainder of the story has yet to be written. It is your story now. And there is so much to do. But know this, you will not walk this path alone. We must grow in strength and in numbers. You will need more than the company of an old blind man to alter the course of history. We must assemble our own group of companions. The first... Lyris sacrificed her own freedom to allow us to escape. She remains a prisoner in Cold Harbor. I must determine her precise location if we are to mount a rescue. That will take time. Minamarco's agents leave a web of lies and deceit. They pit the races of Tamriel against one another and divert their attention from the real threat. Seek out these agents wherever they can be found and expose their lies. Forgive me. Bringing you into my mind seems to have taken quite a toll on me. I must rest. I will contact you when the time is right. Until then, walk in the light, Vistage. The time is now. Seat me by the sea outside Vokalgar. Hurry.
Don't want to pay? That's fine. I'm sure I can find someone who'll meet my price over in Shire.
You call that speed? I've seen dozing Argonians move faster.
Back so soon, comrade? A vision of a Dremora. This clouds the waters. The forces of Molag Bal must know more than we realized. What did she say? Nor do I, comrade. Interesting. Did she say anything else? Merrick, this dries my scales. Recruit, you must get to them. Aelith and Merrick are competent, but the Daedra are not to be trusted. Find them near Skywatch. I will rally our forces here and investigate this Vivicus, whatever it is. Yes, that's... Well met, Adept. I believe I may have a task for you. New members are the lifeblood of the Mages Guild, especially for retrieval missions. To the north of the city lies the ruin known as Ondel. If you please, investigate the ruin and bring back any interesting books you can find. The ruins of Ondel are a dark and dangerous place. Tread carefully, Adept. I am the master of Incunabula, the keeper of tomes. I've come here to... We have ears everywhere, Adept. An intelligence report fell into my hands that mentioned these tomes. We are neutral in the war for Cyrodiil, and proud of it. That doesn't mean we don't take an interest when the eyes of the Queen notice something. The intelligence arm of the Aldmeri Dominion, personally loyal to Her Majesty Queen Irene. My understanding is that many of their members used to adventure with Her Highness during her wild days. I don't know. It's always a delicious mystery cracking open a book for the first time. They could be anything from ancient recipes for stew to high arcana, even racy journals penned by elven poets.
Arcane pyrodynamics in action, class. Do not treat these concepts lightly.
The veiled heretic. Can't you smell the smoke? Sil Salen is under attack. I barely got my father out alive. The cannon reeve, almost slain. These brutes may wear the uniforms of the first Auridon Marines, but they're imposters. They're agents of the Veiled Heritance, I'm sure of it. Teldur, my father's assistant, is trying to organize a defense. You look capable. Will you help, Silsalen? We'll be waiting in the barn down the road. Good luck in there. There's not much time. What do you need to know? He's in the town square, just over the bridge. You must hurry. He's hopelessly outnumbered. We were expecting an attachment from the first Auridon Marines to prepare for the Queen's visit. Then this lot arrived and started killing and burning. We were readying for a celebration, not a slaughter. Why would the Queen send men to attack her loyal subjects? It makes no sense. But it would be just the sort of ruse the Veiled Heritance would use to undermine her authority. A group of Altmer isolationists who hate outsiders. They think the Queen has been corrupted by our alliance with the Bosmer and Khajiit and seek to overthrow her.
Insane? Can't you see the town is under attack? Did she? How do I know you're not one of the imposters? Fine. Grab that bucket from the well and put out the fires. If you find any villagers, tell them they need to evacuate until it's safe. What are you waiting for? Move like you have a purpose. Refuse to answer an outsider's pointless questions, for one. I'll catch up with you at the barn later. Now go.
You did it. I'm free.
I thought I'd never escape.
You did it. I'm free.
At last, I'm free.
Curse my lot.
The fires are under control, thanks to you. We'll be a long time in rebuilding, but your bravery won't be forgotten.
Hanulan of the 1st Auridon Marines, at your service. Thrice damned lowlifes are no Marines. I can tell you that much. In fact, Commander Tendil's detachment should have been here a long time ago. I think they were ambushed. One of the villagers you rescued said he saw bound men being herded into the cellar of a house north of the village square. I can't leave my post, but perhaps you could investigate?
Set me loose.
Thank the Eight. Quickly, untie us! Captain Tendil of the 1st Auridon Marines. We were sent here at the behest of Her Royal Majesty, Queen Irene. We walked into a trap. Agents of the Veiled Heritons stripped us of our uniforms and gear and left us here to burn. We have a stash at the farm near the edge of town. Return them to us. I'll personally see that every last imposter dies screaming for mercy! Thank you. I'll untie the rest. You get that gear for us. Any luck? We'll gear up and patch our wounds. In the meantime, find out who's behind this conspiracy. I'll send one of my best men along with you to help loosen some tongues. Stars guide your steps.
Thank the eight I found you. Tel'Dur has betrayed us. Tel'Dur asked Canon Reeve Villano for a word outside. When they didn't return, I went to look for them. I caught a glimpse of them heading towards the manor. Tel'Dur was holding a knife to my father's side. Our home, the Canon Reeve's residence. Tel'Dur's quarters are there as well. Please, you must go there quickly. I fear for my father's life. Tel'Dur must answer for his crimes. Go ahead. Perhaps the veiled heritance offered him wealth or power. They may have even offered to make him Canon Reeve of a larger city. Who can say? The front door is heavily guarded and almost certainly locked, but one of the guards should have a key. I've also heard there's an underground entrance, an old smuggling tunnel that leads to the beach. That might be your best bet.
Canon Reeve betrayed us. Betrayed us all. I found proof. Canon Reeve Villano, member of the Veiled Heritance, didn't want to believe. I confronted him. He tried to escape. Captured him. Brought him here. His men were waiting. No. Too late for me. Must go. Stop Villano before he escapes.
Justice is done. I must return to my squad. Farewell.
Your valiant rescue of the first Auridon Marines was well-timed. They've driven off the last of the imposters. What news of the My father was a traitor to the crown? Orchestrated an assault on his own people? Why? Why would you do this, father?
Steady, girl. Make way, please. Winnie and I are eager to be gone. Plague. Stay away if you value your life. 12 people afflicted over the last week. Hendil has been tending to the ill in Annenway's barn. He's just the town alchemist, no formal healer training. You want to risk your life? Be my guest. Winnie and I are bound for Skywatch.